So I'd like to welcome our next developer up to the stage. This is Christopher Shart, who is here to talk about Moes Notes. Welcome, Christopher.
Okay. Cool. So, what's Moes Notes all about?
Well, you can go get Mr. Santos's app, but until you master his techniques, you can use Moes Notes to remember things.
I'm liking him already because
So this is for you.
I've been trained on some of those techniques and they still don't work for me.
Okay.
I don't have enough places in my head to store all the pictures.
All right. Well, if you think about it, the iPhone is a little bit like the fictional tricorder. It has all these sensors. It has a camera. It has a microphone. It has a GPS receiver. What Moes Notes does is it takes advantage of all those inputs and records them in a note-taking application. So basically, you can record an audio clip, you can record an image, a video, you can type some text, it stores the GPS coordinates and the time and date automatically, you can add some tags. Then you can email that, you can upload it to Facebook, and then when you're out there in the list, you can sort through your hundreds and hundreds of notes based on only remembering one little thing. Because again, until you have the perfect memory, you're not going to remember much about, like say you went someplace, you took a note. What do you remember about it? I remember that place, or maybe it's another time I remember the date, or another time I remember, didn't I tag it this word? Moes Notes allows 4 different ways of filtering the list so that you can find your note even when you only remember just one little shred of information.
Now, there's a lot of note-taking systems inside the iPhone. One's in there, right? There's notes in the iPhone. Obviously, that doesn't do pictures or video, but there are other apps out there like Evernote. What do you do that's different?
The apps that come with the iPhone, they do one thing. The camera is, you can think of the camera app as a visual note taker. The Notes app just does text. The Voice Memos app just does audio. So that's completely different. There are other apps out there that do that, most notably Evernote, which is a great program. But Moes Notes began as a media-savvy note-taking app. It did not begin as a text note-based app that someone someday said, hey, we got to add image, we got to add audio. It's fully integrated from the very beginning, and I think it's a little bit more round. It's got like an orthogonal set of data. It's not just like you have to go deep into some dialogues to go see your audio, for example.
One of the places I get notes all the time is from my wife saying, hey, pick up 6 things at the grocery store on the way home. Is there a way for me to pass a note to your iPhone, or have my wife have some Moes Notes and say, oh, I got to send these to my husband so that he picks these things up at the store on the way home?
Well, you can send an email. Okay. And the email will have attached to it any subset of the data that you choose. It can have the image, the video, the audio, or just the text if you like. So that's one way of doing it. You can also upload your notes to Facebook. I had an interesting experience when I was developing it. I've been a Facebook user for a long time, but I've never really gotten, uploading pictures and videos, never really needed to do that. And I actually gained a new appreciation for Facebook when I was testing this app, because I was uploading videos and images of my 2-year-old child simply to test the dang thing, and I got immediate feedback from like friends of mine from around the world, and that was really pretty exciting. Yeah. So as far as communicating with the masses, yeah, you can do that via Facebook. As far as communicating with a person, yeah, do it via email.
Christopher, can we see the demo?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry?
Can we see the demo?
Sure. Are we going to play the video? Or?
Yeah, the video's on the computer or the laptop.
All right.
It should just
click
on it, or we'll see if it comes.
Here we go.
So I was talking to my friend Mo the other day. Mo. And I was telling him, Mo, I got this problem. I'm sitting there working in my workshop. I got all these ideas, these things I want to remember, but I don't have time to write them all down. Now, Mo, he leans back with that grin of his and he says, yeah, I had the same problem, my friend. That's why I made Moes Notes. So I went and got Moes Notes. And I got to tell you, no, I got to show you. Here's what you get when you start out. It's an empty note ready for you to fill it in. I can record a little. See, there's my voice right there on the screen. So got to remember to pick up propane, bacon, and a lab coat. Play it now.
See, there's my voice right there
On the screen.
Have a little fun.
So gotta remember to pick up propane.
bacon and a lab coat.
Now, I can add a picture. Take a picture right there. There it is. Bring it in. And now, we can add a couple of tags to help us find this note later. There we go.
No, you don't have to type the tags. They
And
just
there it
push
is.
a button.
Now let's go back to the list. So now I got all these notes, right? How am I going to find them? Sometimes I'm only going to remember one little thing about a note. Maybe it's going to be the time and date, maybe the location, maybe a tag. Here's where Moes Notes gets hot. It gives you 4 different ways of finding your note. First one, a simple text search. Second one, search by tag. There we go. Found our note. Next one, search by date and time. And here's the trippy one, search by location. I press that button, look, there's a map, there's our notes. Activate this box here, drag the box around it, and there we go. Moes Notes. It's a cool way to keep your thoughts, your ideas, movies, photographs, and love letters together in one place. Easy to find, take a load off your mind. I dig it.
Cool. Fun. How much does the app sell for?
$4.99.
So it's a $5 app?
Yep.
And how are you guys funded? Tell me a little bit about the fundamentals of the company.
The self-funded, you could call it. I basically wrote it myself over the course of 9 months and published it myself in January, and now we're republishing it under the auspices of the San Francisco App Studio.
Very cool. Do you think you're ever going to use location to plan stuff out? Like, hey, if I go to the Safeway, I need to pick this stuff up, or if I'm in the hardware store, some of the getting things done methodology talks about that, of thinking about when you are in a hardware store and having a note for that location.
Can we turn on the camera here for a
Yeah,
second?
yeah.
We're actually out of time.
Oh, okay, just 10 seconds.
Okay, here we go, real quick. The new version has a new feature, which is alerts. So basically what you can do is you can set a note, you can set a date and a time to have a note flash back at you. An idea I have is locational alerts, so that when you go, if the app happens to be running, which is kind of a trick, and you go somewhere, it might flash at you as well. So yeah, that's something I definitely would like to look into.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And we search the App Store for Moes Notes to find you?
You will. It'll be there soon. It's the republished version is in review right now. It should be around imminently.
Any minute. So
All
thank
right.
you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.